Yeah. What's up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys had a great holiday yesterday, or well, not yesterday, but Thursday. I know I did. I had a good little, you know, cooking session with Mike. We made a whole ass turkey. Here, hold on. Check this out. Let me bring up Discord real quick. I think I got a video of the turkey. It's pretty dope. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Whoa. Let me back it up there, dog. Check this out. This is the turkey, the Dark Moon turkey right here. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Look at that bird right there. That is just... Mwah. We did great. Everybody did great. Here's Ryan's pork shoulder that they got smoked, man. Oh, my God. That shit looks fire, bro. So, yeah, dudes. So we had ourselves a little Thanksgiving session. We watched the Ravens lose. That was awesome. Love it when my team just plays like absolute dog shit. It's pretty sweet. So, other than that, though, Thanksgiving was great, dude. Had a great time. Probably best Thanksgiving I've had in multiple years. So, very good. Very good. And I hope that all of you that tune in and watch the content, I hope you guys had a great holiday. And we got Christmas right around the corner, dudes. Right around the corner. So, we are gonna get into, you know, Arc Raiders. We're gonna do some raiding. We're probably gonna group up with Ryan later on. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay live. But I do know that I will be hunting for blueprints, whether I'm solo or with other people. We might do some Stella Montes PvP craziness, stuff like that. But I wanted to start the stream. I don't know if you guys know this, but on the Arc Raiders channel on YouTube, they are coming out with a documentary series. So, I have episode 2 up right now, but I think I'm going to rewatch episode 1 on here first, because I didn't do that with you guys. So just give me 1 second here. So yeah, let's do this. What we'll do, there's probably going to be some ads because, you know, I don't have YouTube Premium or whatever. So there might be some ads here and there. Maybe. So, but I'm hoping that I don't get copyright claimed for this. Cause cause I want to watch these on stream before I play. Cause I want to just hang out and just watch this stuff. So let's do that. Just give me a quick second here. Let me just make sure that I'm good. Streaming Arc Raiders. All right, cool. All right, guys. So we're going to get into this. This is episode 1 of the evolution of Arc Raiders. Finding Arc Raiders. So this is going to have a lot of cool information in it here for you. I'm going to sit back and kind of watch this with you guys. Maybe do a little bit of commentary here and there. Whoa. So, yeah. Let's watch this together, man. Just need to go into streaming voice chat. Give me 1 second. I'm fucking mad, dude. Yep. All right, here we go. Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Stockholm, capital of Sweden, a country in Northern Europe that's been punching well above its weight in terms of games development for quite a while.
Sweden!
Stockholm is the home of Embark Studios, the creators of Arc Raiders, and for the past few years I've been documenting the development of this game. But while most games change over the course of development, the story of Arc Raiders is...
This is cool, man, the way it's
because
shot.
not only has this game changed dramatically, but
Shoo!
the original version of the game that was shown to the public no longer exists. And ever since it was
Crazy.
first shown, the internet has been asking one question. What exactly happened to that version of the game?
Yeah.
When the Arc Raider teaser trailer was first shown to the world at the Game Awards in 2021, it was a very different game. You see, back then it was being pitched as a co-op PvP experience with players able to jump high and run across a wide open map, working together to defeat massive machines with emergent behaviors. Players selected their characters from a set of defined heroes, and crucially, it was a free-to-play game. Over
Free
the
to
next 4
play?
years, Arc Raiders would evolve into something
Wait,
very
what the hell was that?
PvP.
Were they getting, like, materials?
Over the next 4 years,
Yeah, they were, like, getting, like, materials or something. Current stage raid phase. Enemies 11. Huh. Man, look how the UI, look how different the UI is.
Arc Raiders would evolve
Wow.
into something very different. A PvP VE extraction game with denser, more lived-in levels. Machines of all shapes and sizes would populate this world. The enemies were driven by physics and groundbreaking locomotion.
Whoa, look at that early
turning a
leaper.
once arcadey experience into something far more grounded. In this
Holy
three-part series,
shit.
we're going to reveal not only why the original concept was killed, but how the current version of Arc Raiders rose from the ashes of that project. We're going to detail the bleeding-edge locomotion technology powering the movement of their most intimidating machines, how elements like gunplay and loot evolved over the years,
Yeah,
why
very
they dropped
cool.
free-to-play, the impressive work done by the audio team, and much more. First things first though, to fully understand what happened to Arc Raiders, the game that was meant to kickstart this new studio, we have to go back to the founding of Embark itself. How did this new studio come about, and most importantly, how did they decide what type of games they wanted to make?
This is so well done. Crazy, bro. The Evolution of Arc Raiders Episode 1.
Like a lot of the initial employees at Embark and the founders came from DICE, and I've been in the
You guys hear that? They all came from DICE. When Battlefield 4 was battlefielding at its prime, these are the guys behind that.
industry for close to 20 years. Most of that spent with the people here. I shipped 21 games, one at EA, I think.
Holy crap. Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield 1943, Bad Company 2, Just Cause 2. Love that game. Love Bad Company 2. Medal of Honor, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3 Back to Kharkin, Close Quarters, Armored Kill, so all the DLCs, Battlefield 4, all the DLCs for Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, that was kind of a whiff. But Battlefield 1, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Battlefield 5, all really good games. Besides Battlefield Hardline. Not a fan of that one.
Of building games or more. You know, the first game we built, we were 7 people in an apartment basically. You know, to then oversee productions with over 1,000 people. Are the games themselves better? There are more of them. They're at higher fidelity, but are they actually better games? How do we move away from productions that are so large that they're difficult to manage?
I mean, I was part of the group, the founders group, so I was here when we were 6 people. Technology-wise, I mean, we quickly settled on Unreal, and then in conjunction.
Dude, look at this crap. This is insane that people can do
with that,
this.
we also had proprietary tech that we were developing, and then
I have no idea what I'm
of
looking
course,
at.
invested heavily on procedural tools for.
Look at the
special
bike.
content team.
The initial
Ah!
gang
Wish
sat
we could
around
have that.
a big table and discussed things that we want to explore and games that we want to try and see if this fits into something that we want to do. So we started this endeavor of making micro pitches, that we would come up with a simple game concept and talk about it for just a couple of minutes. And we started doing this over and over, we started seeing common thematics. They slowly formed into the initial pitch for what we wanted.
All
to
that
make.
code
To
work.
ourselves. A couple of these explorations were left by the wayside. One of them became
Whoa, is that first person? Oh, well, yeah, I guess they just said it developed
A
into
couple
the
of thematics
finals.
that we knew we were excited about was, of course, the prospect of space travel, the impending sort of ecological collapse, the rise of AI and the man versus machine angle. That was a game in there, and I think when we were the first initial group sort of vetting different concepts, I think those were the things that were sticking.
Sure.
together. I think from a mechanics perspective, I think the first pitch was something along the lines
Damn, dude, look at
of
those
session-based
drawings.
raids. To give you an idea, we talked about some sort of Venn diagram between Shadow of the Colossus, Left 4 Dead, and PUBG. Somewhere in the middle there was a game concept.
Definitely kept that PUBG
paper,
vibe.
That was a super compelling concept to us, especially the making you a small human in a vast world with huge machines.
Oh,
That's
man,
what
I
we started to
wish
explore.
wish
Not
we had those
knowing at
bikes,
all
dude. They
what
look so
kind of
badass.
game loop we were supposed to have, but just like looking at the prospects of different mechanics in that context.
So we wanted to make something completely our own. And everyone had an idea of something fantastical. Sci-fi leaning because it's comfortable, everyone kind of likes it, but it's also a challenge to carve out your own niche in that. And it was certainly challenging. Even my kid, who was like 11 or 12 at the time, just had the sentiment going, oh, new studio, sci-fi game, very original.
Embark's first game was going to define the studio,
Hmm.
and they wanted to work on something that was outside of their familiar first-person military backgrounds, a game that was on the bleeding edge of technological innovation. The team entered a long period of brainstorming and ideation as the studio slowly built up around them, a process that gave them many of their most attractive ideas, but also created significant design cul-de-sacs
That's gotta
that
be
would
like-
prove troublesome down the road. This project was known internally.
Having someone
Pioneer.
film while you're trying to work like that, it's probably so
I think
nerve-wracking,
core
dude.
mechanics
Just like keep like
the
looking
same
at the camera
time
like,
as we were
ugh.
testing out some initial ideas about the game mode itself. There was no one was thinking
Ooh.
about a larger meta game at that time. Like, what is the actual economy that drives the player's motivations and so on. We were literally exploring the initial mechanics of how does it feel to play against these machines, and because I think all games needs to go through that. Like, is there something fun in the second-to-second mechanics? Like, is it fun to even in FIFA? If it's not fun to kick a ball against the wall, it's not going to be a fun football game. Sort of put these large machines.
Yeah, I can understand where
in
he's
this
coming
large
from.
world, and
Damn, look at
again,
that screen
testing
shake.
out
Turn that
playing
down.
against these large machines, just from a pure sort of
Holy
spectacle, there was
mother
something
of
there.
I
God.
can say it was a extremely ambitious
Oh,
project.
dude.
It's supposed to be a new genre, or was supposed to be a new genre, and session-based raid with, say, 40 players. And you're supposed to take down huge obstacles together, like big bosses, big AI enemies that evolve over time. So every time you go into a session, you play against a new version of the AI.
3 to 4 teams or more, I don't remember, but scattered out in a big world. And at some point, giant machines would arrive. Like, it was already populated with smaller machines, but then we would have these larger machines arrive, and then we would sort of have the surviving players would then converge into these epic moments at the end tail of a session. We had some amazing playtests and amazing moments when we did that, and we saw the potential there. Like, and we wanted to believe that we could replicate.
Damn, that was in the
on a
Red Lake.
consistent basis. But that's where where the sober eye should have come perhaps a little bit earlier than we wanted. We wanted to believe that we had something there, that there are some incredible moments in there. But the individual player there, if we were being honest with ourselves and looking at the game with a lens of trying to capitalize on that and make a game out of that, again, consistently replicating a player session that would hold those moments over and over again, I think that was much harder than we thought.
Huh.
This
So they're
version of
talking
the
about
game, now
capturing
known as
lightning in a
Pyro 1,
bottle.
was a very different game to the Arc Raiders we know today. Player movement was far more bombastic. Characters were powerful, adopted the personas of various heroes, and worked collaboratively to hunt down
Oh
these
my
large
God.
machines. Very different to Arc Raiders in terms of
Dude, that bike.
was far more bombastic. Characters were powerful, adopted the personas of various heroes, and worked collaboratively to hunt
Holy
down these
mother of God, dude. I need that. I need that,
Very
man.
different to Arc Raiders in terms of both gameplay.
The maps just aren't
but
big
many
enough
fundamental
for it,
aspects
though.
of the game were developed in this period. Highly detailed, vast open terrain, the feel of the weapons, the look of the world. One such aspect, the technology driving the locomotion of these large robots, is
Damn.
going to require its very own video in this series. So look out for that soon.
Damn, that thing looks crazy.
What's exciting and what's still exciting is the fact that using this technology for our locomotion system is the door that opens up when you are training something.
Like,
to
what even
behave
was
and
that
walk
thing?
by itself, and the nature, like when this player starts interacting with that and losing limbs and still it wants to stand up. It just opens that door to a new type of experience that players haven't had before, I think.
Holy
They're
crap.
literally playing against a machine.
We spent the majority of our first year just building tools. I also knew that we weren't going to get things right, that we were going to make a ton of mistakes along the way, and we had to plan for those mistakes and kind of get ourselves in a cushion to be able to make those mistakes. Guess what? You know, if you're trying to send people to Mars, you will crash a bunch of rockets. We crashed a bunch of rockets.
I remember one of the earliest things I worked on was the dog. Do you remember like the four-legged little pouncing thing that ran around the world?
Yeah, that's long gone.
Yeah, it was long gone. But that was one of the first things that I started working on.
The dog.
Sometimes ideas written down on paper or that people talk around, like, oh, it'll be so cool, we'll have these enormous things and they can come down and you can fight them. And then in practice, when you put them into the game and you kind of go, okay, well, how does this actually work? It sounded really cool when we were talking about it, but actually now I'm just running around looking up all the time because it's 200 meters tall. And how do we even get up there? And what happens if I fall off?
I think one of the core problems was that what we were building then was something pretty new in terms of like how the gameplay would be, and it felt like we were moving in the same direction. But then with the pandemic, we started to drift apart quite a lot.
The way we built the game
Huh.
before was very loose. That kind of mixing pot.
So, like,
produces a
without
lot of
COVID, this
cool
Arc
moments,
Raiders wouldn't
and we just couldn't
exist with,
find
like,
that
the one that we
nugget
know.
that makes you want to persist.
It might have been this
What is
free-to-play
the main
thing.
retention mechanic behind some of all this? What's in the mixing pot of fun experiences?
I remember they had this like sort of crazy idea about projectiles that would remove the parts of the enemies. So that was one of the first things I actually worked on, was a function for the launchers that we had to be able to like suck off the plates on one of the kind of bigger scarab bots that we had.
Finding the fun is always the thing that you cannot just
Little
automatically say that
suckage.
we'll just do this and it will be fun. And what you know is like you work and you put the thing in and it's not working as you want it to. So then you need to start reworking it and reiterating on it and maybe rethinking some of your initial assumptions that there's limitations in certain aspects and there's
And
other
now we
ways
got
that it makes
wasps and
more fun
hornets.
because you play the game and you realize, you know what, it's more fun throwing these rocks at this robot, or it's more fun, you know, jumping. And that, I think, comes from playing the game and just playing around with what you created.
What the
Allowing
hell?
that to express itself.
Dude, no fall
in the
damage?
game's creation, I think that's when you can actually do new, meaningful things.
The way we
Let's bring
develop
that
our
back.
game by, you know, people put things in there and we feel it out together and we change what's wrong together worked well when we were a smaller team and met each other all the time. But then it just didn't work well once we were separated through the pandemic.
Sometimes that happens.
Behind the scenes, Pioneer was struggling to find its identity. The pandemic was partly to blame. Problem solving is much more challenging with teams spread apart. But more worryingly, the various departments were beginning to drift with each milestone. Communication was challenging remotely.
That
and as a
looks
result,
horrible
the game was
to
beginning
shoot.
to
That
feel
looks
less
terrible.
cohesive. More worryingly, the moments that made the game feel special, when all the
A
players
bike.
got together
Get
in
on
the
that.
center of the map to destroy a large machine, were difficult to replicate. So in order to fix this, the team entered a 6-month phase in which they would try and distill this PvE experience into something that would deliver satisfying rounds more consistently. This phase was known internally as the pivot.
If I remember correctly, we had actually reduced the game to a point where I said, okay, we need to make this one part fun. And if we can make this part fun, then we can replicate it, right? Even though we had this huge world, we're just using a small portion of it. And my first task was the moment I realized we are very ambitious, which was, Kaio, can you put a timeline to deliver this game, right, in 2020? And I said, well, from what I can see here, did all the estimates, talk to the whole team, understand the whole scope of it. I was like, okay, I think the best we can do is like we need around 2 years. And the answer was no way. We have 6 months. How can we make a plan that fits
6 months?
And I remember even the name of the presentation was called Hail Mary Plan.
Yeah.
And we had a plan for trying to get something out there in 6 months.
At that time,
6 months?
In a state where we were looking at trying to launch it, or at least getting ready to launch it. So we'd had what we had called closed beta at that point, and I think as part of that process, realized that what we had there wasn't really a viable thing. Their game loop, it wasn't really there. So you'd have some sessions where you had an amazing moment, and you loved it, and you never had anything like that in a game ever before. And then the following 10 sessions, you were running for 10 kilometers with nothing happening and nothing to interact with. So it really kind of hinged on these highly emotional moments that were few and far between.
It's not like every player who goes into the game is going to be like, oh yeah, I ran into this giant boss and I had this cool encounter, because that's how we designed the encounter to play out. It's like some people ran in there and like, I just got stomped on the head and died immediately.
Yep.
It's like, oh, sorry, yeah, we don't actually control where it's putting its
Exactly.
legs.
Or I ran in and someone had already pulled 3 legs off of it. So
Yeah.
now it was laying there and kind of like trying to, kind of go at you.
Felt kind of cruel.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really difficult to make it consistent for all the players.
This whole idea about kind of raiding together against these large robots, that there was elements of fun in there, for sure, and there was elements of spectacle in all of it, for sure. But what I couldn't see was not that there wasn't moments of fun, or that. What I couldn't see is that I couldn't see the big picture of it. I didn't quite understand how all of this would meaningfully add up to something that could stand the test of time and consistently do so. We had, at the end of the pivot period, there was a playtest, or there was
What the hell is that thing?
Friends and family.
A mode where you broke into the spaceport level and activated these things, which culminated in one of our giant bosses coming down. We went out with that in the closed beta, and it did what it needed to do, but it also affirmed that outside of those emotional highs and the novel gameplay, there was nothing that stitched it together. We lacked any sense of metagame or progression. So you'd have these fun sessions for a few times, but there was nothing that actually pulled you back or kept you going forward.
I think a couple of us already
A lot of
knew
explosions.
what that test was going to be. But at the end of the day, it became even clearer as we got closer to the deadline that while this has, of course, it's fun and there's something here, it's still lacking a big component. So Patrick already said, I think the first day I started here, is that I think you need to add PvP.
We had conversations, and I certainly, as I'm always, was very opinionated towards the team around what I thought. I mean, from the start, I said, listen, I think that we need this to be a PvP game to some extent. I think we're going to struggle with getting a PvE game the way that we want to with the tech that we have.
And that's really when we had a lot of internal discussions, and I think we had our summer party and then went on break and came back, and then everyone was informed that we were pivoting to a new genre and starting to explore what that could mean, and lifted everything we could. So a lot of the environments, the enemies, the characters, or things about the characters were lifted and sort of repurposed.
It didn't work. The larger recipe for the game wasn't there, And again, we couldn't replicate the sessions consistently enough. So I think that's enough to start talking about, well, should we consider adding the PvP component?
I understand that a lot of people, and frankly me included, wanted this to be a PvE game, and I wanted for our vision to work. But when it doesn't work...
Everybody hear that? That's complaining about the PvP in the game? It's not going to happen. They're not doing PvE. It was too boring as PvE.
You have two options. You can either, well, three. You can release what you have to the public, and they will crucify you. We've seen that happen multiple times. Or you decide, I don't want to continue with this, we shut it down. That we've seen that multiple times. Or you still have a belief in the lore, everything that you've built, and the core kind of gameplay loop, and you say, maybe I can just make this something different.
The pivot had not worked. The team knew that a more drastic solution was required, a new phase in which the older version of Arc Raiders would be put to rest and a new game built around PvE and PvP combat would be built. This phase, the most significant beat of Arc Raiders' development story, is known internally as the Reset. But to buy the studio enough time to reset Arc Raiders, they'd first have to push forward the release of the studio's other multiplayer project.
What the studio needed to do once we actually made the decision was that one of the reasons we could make it was we switched the order of the games. So that would be the implication of it, because we wouldn't be able to add PvP and figure out what the new game was all about and still keep the kind of targeted release window. That was pretty clear from the beginning, which meant that we had to put the finals front and center. Which of course for them was perhaps, well, okay, suddenly we're in the hot seat now, and that certainly must have felt like a challenge to that team.
The Reset wasn't just going to be a case of sticking PvE into their PvP game. It was going to require a fundamentally new approach to the way sessions would play out, a way of merging the best parts of their enemies and world building with PvP gameplay that felt exciting, but not overly punishing either. So what was going to get cut? And what did they keep?
So we had the world, which we knew we liked. We knew the world that was crafted. And I think one of the reasons why I was playing the game quite early, I was just walking through these empty hallways and these corridors of offices. And I was thinking to myself, like, I just want to explore this place. I want this to be more than just a static backdrop where, you know, I'm fighting robots. I want this to be something. I want to be here because we already built one half of it.
Early form of Rocketeer right there.
We want to go and explore this world. So what game type then would be the game that kind of fits there? How can we kind of apply that with a new game type? When we broke it all down, it started to become more and more apparent on, you know, we had the arcs, the AIs that we wanted to continue building. We wanted to keep the large robots. We wanted to keep the world. We wanted to keep the brand and IP because we saw the response from the players and all those things. So we didn't feel like we needed to reinvent all those things. There was a game telling us that that's what it wanted to be to some degree.
If we think about the different phases, the phase we were in when we did the reset felt absolutely right, because the game we had at our hands at that point wasn't at the peak fun that it itself had even been, right?
There was one thing that they kept bringing back to me, like, you know, when was the game most fun? And they said like M12, I think is the name, M12. You need to go back and look at M12. I was like, okay, milestone 12. I have to go back and look at it, which was a scaled down version of the full experience, but it took place around the spaceport area. And there was players going through a bunch of arcs and then eventually ended up inside of the spaceport and then fought one of the large robots inside the spaceport. And so they felt like that was the strongest that the game had been. So we tried to recreate that to some degree, as at least take some of the things that we knew worked from that point and put that into the game.
I think what worked was the emergent nature of how players were interacting with each other and the machines, and there was a good sort of rhythm of play in that one. I think the destruction of the machines themselves, there were some sort of, you know, gradual, gratifying, juicy destruction, and we could see how the machines were navigating across this spaceport. Repeating it, if you're asking yourselves, would I do this over and over again? even if you just change the environments
A
and
little
machines were
survey.
slightly different and so on, like what is the, then you start asking the right
Oh,
questions
whoa, that's
about
different.
why would I come back? And in a context of a free-to-play game where retention is crucial, you have to be able to see
Whoa.
yourself doing that
Dude,
over and
those
over
boots,
again.
though.
The game we're making now was the game I sort of imagined when we started building it. It was a game about exploring and being in this world, and the world was supposed to challenge you, and you were supposed to go places to find things. And just the way the game was playing earlier was this action game where things just came at you. To me, it's much better because it has a slower pace. This is the best game I've worked on for me because it's a game about listening for things.
And that's why PvP is such an important addition to the game. Like, I think a lot of people have a strong reaction to what that might mean, but if you think about what happens when you play against other humans, you just realize that finite distance gets closer to infinite because now you have all the permutations of human behavior in the session.
Yeah,
Some
that's
players
true.
might not like playing another person because you'll get tryhards that are very, very good. But if we do our job well, then you'll have something that feels balanced and fun, even if you're not the best at aiming or the best at shooting. You should still be able to, find something rewarding in that experience of extracting stuff back out of the world.
You're coming in to a world where Ark is operating and there is something going on. I think the gameplay components there, when they discover you,
Whoa,
how
early
they
looking
discover
Hornet, that's
other
crazy.
players, and how that becomes noise traps for other players is super interesting. So I think the toolbox for our designers here to build emergent moments, it's actually really strong.
I mean, I understand that some people are upset that it didn't work. So am I. But at the same time, what we have now is an incredible game that I believe works really well, that I think people will have an amazing time with. That's all that we can do as game developers. Try our best to deliver that to the players out there. Simple, it's not more complicated than that.
Our chief concern is to make a game that is fun at its core and that stays fun.
Wow.
And keeps being fun and keeps evolving into something that is even more fun. Because that was the cul-de-sac we ended up with before we rebooted the game, right? It was really fun, but it was the same kind of fun over and over, and that doesn't really cut it.
In the reveal trailer, what we were literally selling to our players is, even though we're saying fictionally, like, there's large machines out there, well, in that video, we are dominating the machines. We're jumping on top of them, smashing them,
Whoa.
and inviting players to have fun with that. That's been flipped around, and I think that's for the better. Like, really having players fearing the machines is a completely different game. That's a 180 in terms of how we relate to the machines as the players.
The old version of Ark Raiders was now dead, a dream that the studio was going to have to wake up from. But what could they retain from those early years? What stuff could they bring forward into this new version of Ark Raiders? And what new tricks did they have up their sleeves?
In the next episode of this three-part series, we're going to tackle the experience of being a raider, how elements like combat, the loot system, audio, and world building evolved after the reset, and crucially why the studio dropped the plan to go free to play. See you then.
Hell yeah. All right, let's watch episode 2. Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to Embark Studios here in Stockholm, Sweden. In our last video we explored the original concept for Ark Raiders, an epic co-op machine hunting multiplayer game that never quite found its feet.
The Arc Raiders that exist today emerged from that idea, but while the team at Embark had a world, a handful of enemy types, and a lot of tools and technology built, from a gameplay perspective they were essentially starting from scratch. Over the next few years they would have to establish how PvP could make the project more interesting, and then craft levels, enemies, and mechanics around that concept. This would prove to be the most challenging time in the project's history. Embark had launched the finals earlier than planned, which had given the Arc Raiders team a bit more runway. But now, years into development, the clock was ticking louder than ever. In this video, we're going to cover several fascinating aspects of game design that happened in this period.
Oh,
From
hell
how the game
yeah.
looks and sounds, to how the levels were split apart and reassembled. The work that went into wrapping all of this into an extraction shooter form with interesting progression, what happened when they made the decision to drop free to play, and a lot more. But before the team could get to any of that, they'd have to answer one fundamental question. What aspects of the original Pioneer concept would be retained, and what new ideas would come to the table?
Episode 2, baby.
A lot of people will leave the planet when it goes south. So we call that the exodus in our lore. And then we have the ecological collapse itself, the depopulation across the globe. And then we start our game much, much later when we are following a generation of people who has no concept of the world that we live in today. So we don't want to carry this sense of loss. We needed to establish that the machines themselves were able to dominate the surface. Naturally, we will be the one underground. If you want something from the top side, you ask a raider.
If we were to have a world realistically depicted in what had happened in this world, there would be nothing left. So we've taken loads of liberties in having things still have a material quality and a sort of nice appeal to it. You try to have this approach of having very naturalistic lighting. And that, for one, brings out a lot of inherent qualities in the things. We don't use a lot of color grading or anything like that because we want to balance everything to have a very naturalistic look. And then we can sort of push
Holy
the
shit.
things that need pushing in order to achieve this sort of contrast in between.
First of all, we needed to understand this new category of games. We spent a lot of time playing that. And for me, that was fairly easy. I played a lot of extraction shooter games before. And there's great competitors out there, and there's great games out there. So what can we learn? And we knew from the beginning that the world and its narrative wanted to be. There was something in the market that we felt like there isn't really a game here that speaks to you in that way. So if you're interested in this world and exploring it and learning more about its events and maybe participating yourself in the events of this world, that felt like a pretty clear opportunity for us instinctively. A lot of us were just feeling that needed to be there.
The original version of Arc Raiders was based in one massive open world map, but to make a game about looting and finding cover and exploring and listening to threats, the team was going to have to take an entirely new approach to level design. So what areas from Pioneer's world could they reuse, and where would they have to start from scratch? How would the levels in Arc Raiders look and play?
So initially we have this massive work. That was the initial ambition, that every map that we have now would be a server, and then it would be like a battle royale, sending you to the center where the big robot would be, and we would kill the servers as they would go, and so on.
Then after the pivot, obviously two things came up. A game that is about looting, where looting is central. It sort of implies that there is a density in the world. Even if you go into a sort of singular room or an apartment, it needs to hold up for a player's expectations of exploration.
I can't remember the exact number, but we used to have just a wide open world level where all these places existed. And I think today a single one of our maps has more props and actors in it than the whole of that world ever did by a factor of 2 or 3. So we inherited what we call Dam and Spaceport from Pile 1, but they've seen tremendous work put into them because those were obviously made for a very different game that didn't involve loot or interacting with the environment or even doors for that matter. It didn't exist back then.
Because we didn't have interiors, all buildings were empty, there was no props, because the game was not a game about the interior. It was about moving towards the center. So we didn't care if there was a bed in. We still don't have toilets in our game. That's a nice curiosity. We didn't, back in the day, we didn't even have
No toilets.
in the game. So
That's true. I never noticed
the
that.
first map that is very horizontal, spaceport. You could jump from the towers, shooting and gunning and all of that, right? So had to change a bunch of those things and put ways for it to go down.
And then spaceport's much wider open in terms of its spacing, so there's a lot of open ground that's exposed, and there's some tunnels and cover to make your way between places, but it becomes a bit more of a risk thing. So you see players kind of moving in rings around places and then finding their ingress and doing what they can and then trying to get back out again. So it becomes a bit harrowing, especially as the round progresses, where players naturally start collapsing toward the middle, as opposed to Dam, where everyone sort of either swaps sides or stays mixed into the geography around the area. But in terms of gameplay, the Dam is, we're slating that for kind of our first map players get contact with. It has kind of a lot of easier affordances for a new player. It's got drastic height differences between like kind of the two halves of the map. It's got a good mix of interior and exterior. In the inheritance of Dam and Spaceport in particular, it was tricky over time to morph geometry and things in those levels to work for this type of game, because PvP especially was never a consideration for those. So suddenly things like sightlines and approach angles and dead ends and everything became much more critical to worry about, and making sure the affordance of PvP was correct. And it's even trickier when we have a third-person camera, which affords corner peeking and things like that.
And then Buried City, which is the last one that we've made, is made for this game. It's a more indoors actually map, and a lot of parkour, even though it's not a game about parkour, but there is a lot of ways for you to use the ceilings and the rooftops. It's a more PvP prone map, since it's the one we did with PvP in mind. The other two we adapted for it.
We knew the post-pivot that we needed one contrasting map that would be telling players more clearly that it's set on Earth, because I think those monolithic structures, if you squint, you go, are we on Mars or are we on? So we wanted to ground the game on Earth, and this game is set in the south of Italy, deeply inspired by that region. And there's a volcano there, and there's a certain biome there, and also to sort of distinguish ourselves from other sort of post-apocalyptic worlds, which is usually sort of America-centric. So we started building out this other world that is Buried City.
Wow. Where you can spend most of the round in only one or two buildings if you're really trying to, and hearing other players on other floors or building across an alley. And it's kind of an interesting mix between modern structures of like a hospital or a shopping center, and then because our game is based in Italy, it's a lot of old town, like rustic structures, and they're all collapsed and destroyed, and the city itself is half buried in sand. So sometimes you'll walk straight onto a rooftop, go into a building, and then come out on the first floor that is still on a sand dune somewhere, and then worm your way even further through some buildings and end up finally on street level near a park. We had people on the project who were very ingrained in that game loop of I'm running across massive environments and scaling buildings and firing rocket launchers at things, to this much more slow-paced, tactical, thoughtful gameplay. And we shifted kind of very gradually over time, and you'd still get pockets of like, oh, this feels bad, and trying to like shift the mentality from bombastic robot fights to tension-filled rounds to get through. So it was definitely a challenge to build things in a way that helped us transition from one to the other. And there's a lot of legacy stuff even today that we still have to parse through, that is a holdover from what the game was to what it needs to become.
Wow.
I mentioned it in the opening of this series that I was
Yeah,
a
like those
massive
boots
admirer of many
and
of
the bike.
team members at Embark. But there's actually one particular team in the studio who I've been dying to interview for years. Several members of the Arc Raiders audio team were previously part of the audio department at DICE, responsible for the award-winning soundscapes of those early Battlefield games, a series that pioneered brutally realistic weapon sounds. The audio design in Arc Raiders is critical to the experience, communicating so much to the players about the threats around them. But before we dive into that, I want to first know why realistic weapon noises have been a hallmark of this team.
It was very different at the time. So I think a lot of people reacted to it just sounding different. Right. And by that time, not even movies had gone that route, really. So it was sort of a a novel thing, I guess. I did service in the Swedish military because I'm so old that it was like a mandatory thing, because I was a sniper in the military, so we had to do lots of shooting and shooting different weapons, and also sabotage things, so we had to blow things up. So I sort of had a quite clear view of how violent the whole experience is, and it like really just turns your gut inside out. I see it as it's 50% of the experience. I mean, you see it and you hear it. So it has to be there.
That's
I think
crazy.
for me, the ultimate goal is that players completely forget about them playing a game. I just want them to be in a world that they think is there. And I think with sound you can get far, because we can record everything, we can make everything sound real. So it's very powerful. All the things that you put into the game, if you get them to breathe the same air and everything, it can feel like it's actually there. One thing that is very similar to the work we have done for years is that it uses just physics. So this has always been a huge challenge, and we've been recording everything, trying to like, okay, so now this rock will fall down, and how big is the rock? How small is it? How heavy is it? Like, what does it fall onto? And you have to record all of that. Like, oh, I drop a rock on wood. I drop it in sand. I drop it here. Then I take a bigger rock. I drop that. Then I take many rocks. I drop those. And this tedious work but you have to do it. It's the groundwork that has to be done. And these robots, it's just physics and limbs. Okay, how do we do this? Okay, we need to measure all the joints.
That's crazy, dude. People who record Foley are insane.
What everything is going on.
Absolutely
inside
insane.
of these robots. These are mechanical things. So we recorded mechanical things, hovering with drones and going up and down, and we use table fans, and we put stuff in the table fans. So when you start to destroy the drones, and then we just put pens in the in the fans and all sorts of things in the fan and recorded that. So we're just trying to extract all of this information. It's a challenge for sure.
Allow the things in there to be real. That's why we want to use, gradual destructions on the drones. You would shoot up a thruster, and that disables its ability to fly. Of course it does. It's physics talking back to you, and there's something fun to play with physics. You don't need a health bar to tell you that. You just saw it, and you can listen to that, and you can make those calls. Trust in the human ability to decode that, listening and looking, and not relying on a UI to tell you the actual truth of what's going on. I think that's also something we've kept in spirit of pursuing this trust in players that they can decode a world and allow their own sort of affordances of how they think the world operates to inform their decision making. I think that's something we've been really adamant about keeping for the player.
There are certain things that you have to start thinking of working with rather than working against, right? Like when you find that, oh, it's so intuitive and compelling to be able to shoot a thruster off of a drone and see it spin out and fly into a wall, and that's awesome and that feels great. But then we also have to be mindful of the fact that, well, if there are a lot of walls and not a lot of room for the enemy to fly around in, it's probably going to fly into that wall and die. And we have to be okay with that, right?
Yeah, it has been a trick, and we've, again, gone through a lot of iterations. We used to put very bright orange glowy weak points on them to be like, you shoot here, please. But one thing that kind of diminished was we actually have all of the enemies physically fly around using forces, and the thrusters on them are the things actually providing those movement vectors. So what that did was it kind of really diminished the fact that you could shear off a thruster and you'd see its flight start to wobble, or even it would knock itself into an object and explode. And what it turned into was shoot the thing with the health bar and then the whole drone explodes, and we kind of lost a lot of that. And it's also not the most interesting gameplay to just only shoot at weak points.
This is the best game I've worked on for me, because it's a game about listening for things. I've put so much work in all the Foley stuff, and now that you actually care about that, because now it's a game about listening and listening for other players. And so all the work we did early, because we built like a complete sandbox sort of audio engine type of thing. So now it shines, because now that's what the game is about. You're moving about, you're listening for things, because you really care about those things now, because everything is dangerous, and so you really want to know, like, is there someone there? Is there someone in the adjacent room? What is that person doing? You can hear them opening a locker and just going through the shelves and picking things up.
Players might choose this weapon because it's great for them in PvP. They're a player who can do really good flick aim and get a headshot cleanly, and that can be good for them in PvP, but maybe it doesn't serve them so well in fighting drones. So how can we bake in some more qualities to these weapons that give them a bit different specific purpose that you might choose to bring that? So for example, if you're a player who loves shotguns, that's great at close range, and it's great at things that are kind of generally unarmored unless you have like a slug round. So what if we then made our heavy caliber weapons penetrate drone armor very effectively? And now you're like, well, I don't actually like this breech loader rifle because it's slow and cumbersome, and if I miss, I'm reloading forever, but it will punch clean through a drone's armor. So that's, a choice I'm being afforded now to offset maybe the weak sides of the weapons I do prefer.
We add things to the weapons. I mean, if they look like something that has electrical moving things, then we add those little aspects to it as well. And all the weapons are built from different layers. We have the mechanics separated, this separated, that separated, the echo separated, all the sort of distances that we've been recording them, we split that up and fade it. What you hear when you fire a gun is a large amount of recordings that from the different angles and distances, and then we sort of put that together into a gun model. So if someone is firing from far away, you hear a far away gunshot of that caliber or whatever. So it's built out of 1,000 small parts.
God damn, nice shot.
And then you can also stick an electric motor in there, and it will just work with this whole model. It's very consistent, and you can sort of just distill everything, but they all come from the same source. So it becomes much easier to do something that sounds really believable.
Embark had established a vision for Arc Raiders, a game that attempted to blend PvE with player-on-player combat, a game that attempted to blend the intimate exploration of their detailed levels with the tension of extraction shooters, but it was finding the right blend of all of this that was going to prove their biggest challenge.
In resetting Arc Raiders to this extraction game experience, the studio embarked on a difficult plan. These games are notoriously tough to balance, not just ensuring that players of all skill levels have a rewarding experience, but that people who play solo don't get swamped by those who play teams. That risk is rewarded without being overly cruel, that the game can create tension around its goals without stunting player progress. In a single-player game, it's very easy to give players cookies for doing a good job. In most multiplayer games, skill and teamwork are the tools to winning. This is what makes a game like The Finals, a competitive round-based shooter, a good candidate for free-to-play. But in a game where players are going to require satisfying progression, where survival is so important, the team was really struggling to find this right balance between risk and reward. So before we can talk about progression, we need to first talk about the decision to drop free-to-play. This decision massively helped issues the team were having with the progression, because drip-feeding content or artificially holding back progress felt at odds with the game. But putting a price tag on the experience was also going to present some challenges. So where did this decision come from, and how exactly did it change ARC Raiders?
It's actually in many ways made it drastically easier. In free-to-play, you need to, in some ways, make things a little stickier than they would be otherwise, take a little more time, a little more grind, just so players are more incentivized to, stay in and stick into those loops and keep playing your game, and then ideally are incentivized to then spend money on that game. So for this type of title, it made it kind of hard to respect the player's time in some of these areas around crafting or sessions and things like that, because we were almost had a hand on their forehead going, slow down a little bit, where it felt a little bad. So as soon as that decision came down, it made us able to make things take the amount of time that felt appropriate in a lot of ways. So crafting no longer has timers on it that you have to wait out, or the amounts of things we're asking you to collect are a little more rational, or match the effort and outcome match each other a little more precisely, and things like that. So it's helped a lot, but it does, on the other side, again, launching at a price point, we still need ways to monetize that doesn't feel predatory or things like that. So that's also been an interesting challenge.
It's a pure market. It's like, how do we adapt to what the market wants? A free-to-play game would attract a lot of players, and we can maybe get tens of millions of players for a while. But as we started building what would become the rebirth of ARC Raiders, we started looking at, it was actually the team started asking questions. Free-to-play, is this the right model for us?
One of the early tenets we set for ourselves is that we wanted to be more approachable than kind of the standard extraction shooter, which can result in just this poverty loop of I have nothing, I go in with my knife, I fail, I try again, and it is very tricky, right? Because anytime the game slaps you for doing PvP in a PvP game, that feels bad, right? So it is tricky, and there's kind of passive ways you can do it and active ways you can do it. And some of the passive ways is just leaning into some of the tenets of extraction games or similar, like you're expending resources, it's risk to you to do this fight because you don't know whether you're going to win, so you stand to lose. And having that fear of losing your stuff or losing that fight, hopefully, is something that gives a person pause. A more active solution is doing things like world activities, quests, or other types of challenges that don't necessarily require multiple people, but are greatly benefited from having multiple people doing it. So getting people to temporarily form alliances. And that's actually kind of our unicorn in some ways, is getting those tenuous alliances to happen organically. You can obviously party up deliberately and go in with your friends, but that's a very different dynamic than seeing somebody in the wild and feeling out the situation. We have a lot of nonverbal communication efforts that we've put into the game, so through our ping system, our emote system, things like that, so you can kind of convey a lot of meaning with one input.
I like both solo and groups. When I go with groups, I'm very aggressive, maybe way too much. I'm always the first one to die. But when I'm playing solo, I'm actually quite stealthy. I like that nature of the game, that you can actually decide what you want to do, right? So when I'm playing with the team, I try to every session put a different hat. It's like sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna shoot, no questions asked. I will shoot first. And just to create that in the playtest as well, because that's how the game will be played. I think some players will be like, I don't know, they accumulated too much wealth, now they want to spend it, they're gonna go with all the weapons, everything, and they're gonna shoot at sight. And sometimes they will be poor trying to get their stuff, sometimes they'll just want to do their quests. And I like the fact that our game allows for all of that.
To launch a new game today, irrespective of what platform you're on or what type of game it is, it's harder and harder and harder to break into kind of a critical mass that makes any financial sense. I think game developers out there are really scratching their heads thinking, I made a great game. And often you see today that if you've done a really good job, you'll see players jump on, they'll stay there for a while, but guess what? Then they drop out and go and do something else. A big component of that is due to the fact the game didn't have the attributes or instruments needed to retain the players. So it's on us as game developers, it's not the gamers' fault. We need to do a better job of making sure that they have a need and a desire to stick around playing our game. And what can we learn from our previous games? Having gotten finals into the market, we saw a big peak, like a crazy amount of people, then we saw a drop off. Now, because of hard work, we're seeing people return to the game, and we're seeing a growth curve coming back. But I think it's always going to be in what's the long-term motivation for a player to play. It sits in the progression, in the meta layer, making sure that there are meaningful things to do in the game apart from just running around and shooting people. That's probably our biggest challenge, and will remain our biggest challenge when we launch the game and after launch.
Primarily, I think our biggest concern right now is what does the end game look like? Because what often happens in these games is they either have a seasonal reset mechanic, so there's just always a clock on what you're doing, and then that tends to culminate in, towards the end of that, players bringing all their best, shiniest things and just duking it out until the reset happens. And so there's been a lot of talks about how we actually handle that. What do we lean into for PvE? What types of events can we do? Seasonal storylines, things like that. So getting that shaped up, I think, is kind of what I'm most keen to figure out, because players even internally are like, well, I have amazing gear. My stash is full of amazing gear. I very rarely die. Nothing is asking me to use that. And part of the answer is the giant robots coming back in a form that makes sense for this game. But then what's the framework for highly skilled or highly wealthy players to then go and challenge themselves or be challenged by and earning additional rewards? And we're going to have, kind of the traditional things like battle passes and stuff where you can work through those, but what sort of extra motivation can we give to those players who need something to do?
We've covered a bunch of areas of design in this video, but there is one large mechanical elephant in the room: the machines themselves. In the first video in this series, I mentioned how one of the biggest technology investments the studio had made was in the locomotion technology driving the movement of these machines. A brand new way to create believable, intimidating enemies that adapted to having parts of their structures blown off. The struggle to get this technology to work was ongoing throughout the entire development of Arc Raiders, and continues today. So in the next episode in this series, we're going to explore how the arcs themselves were built. The
Oh, that'll be
technological
cool.
struggles the teams have undergone to wrestle satisfying gameplay out of them, and what their groundbreaking technology means for the future of this game, and perhaps many more. See you then.
Hell yeah, man. Fantastic video. Make sure you guys go check that out. Give them a like and sub over at Arc Raiders YouTube channel. Pretty sweet. I like it. All right. Give me a quick second. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. All right, we're loading in. All right. We're loading in. Loading in. A little bit of loading. Okay. All right. What do we got going on? Night raid. Ugh. Okay, here we go. We're gonna look for some blueprints. We gonna look for some stuff. Here we go. Where are we?
Let's move to that location.
We're going there.
Have your eyes adjusted to the dark yet, Raider? Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep. Though my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
Gonna get some blueprints. Maybe. Thought I could. Thought I could loot that, but I can't. Motherfucking bitch. My God. Oh. Uh-oh. Connection to the server lost. Dude. What? What? Okay.
Go to that location.
Right on.
This is Tianwen. Remember, you're looking for a first wave battleground. There might be junk around, but look for anything that stands out.
Oh! Damn! What, having a bad day or something? I got a Rattler 1 to free loadout, homie. I don't have much loot, you know? Let's take a little cross key over here, you know what I'm saying? Well, hold on. Don't block me. Just let me... Okay. Dude, stop. Oh, jeez. I'm glad I get to enjoy my last moments with you, bro. Hold on. Wait. Come on. Get this. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I need to look at the moon one more time before I go. You know what I mean? No, don't. Whoa. Oh, man. What a fucking saint, dude. Thanks, bro. Damn, he hit all this shit. Damn. Damn. He's gonna wait for me to come out and then probably kill my ass. Only in this game, bro. Only in this game. Oh. Give me that. Why? Okay. Let's see. Get a little shield ski. Do a little bit of that. Another little photo going on. Another bandy. Okay. Another bandies, a toaster. Okay. Let's see. Nothing else. Nothing. Is that breachable? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Metal parts. My favorite. Let's go see what's up here. Ba-da-ba-ba. What's going on right here? What's this? Oh, yeah. What? How do I get in? I'm in. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Little bit of pottery. Damn. Can't see shit in here. Who turned out the lights? Scheiße. Scheiße. This has already been looted. Those scallywags. Is this looted? No. Damn. Yeah, I'll take some baby gun parts, bro. Ain't writing that. Ba-ba. 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 Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba. Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Damn. Ain't shit, bro. Yay. Okay, that was kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go to another spot. Oh, another little plant thing. Give me that. Going to another spot. Oh. Let's get it cracking, baby. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Ba-da. Da-da-da-da. I need some loot. Did I come to the right spot? No, I didn't. 'Cause it's already hit my dude. Oh. Get me out. Get me out of here, you piece of garbage. Guess I'll go over here. Ba-da-dee-da-ba-da. Molly. A little bit of Molly, don't worry about it. Oh my god, there's so much stuff around here that wants to kill me. Ah! Looking for some blueprints, baby. Don't drive me crazy. I guess. I don't. What? I'm not collecting no doo-doo. What the hell? What's going on over here, bro? Oh my god. What is that thing? Man, I wish I had like a. I wish I found like a deadline. That thing's ugly as shit. Ew. Gross. Oh, ew. That thing's gross too, bro. Ew. Oh my. Okay. Aha. A guard. You can't see me. Stupid robot. Look at you. Flying all stupid. Now you're dead. Give me a grenade. Give me like a... God. Give me like a deadline, bro. Can I get a deadline, baby? Oh, I need that. Oh, fucking God. Crap. I'm getting close to being over encumbered. I'm coming to help. Where are you? I'm coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no! Don't do that! I'm friendly. Oh God, you're not. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, Bobcat. Jeez. Well, enjoy nothing, because I didn't have any. Good lord. Damn, this game. I have a blueprint. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Did we get everything? No. Piece of crap. Give me a goddamn blueprint. Hey, what's up, man? Chillin', brother. Oh my god. That's all you got for me? That's it? Frick. Crap. How the hell do I get out of here? Oh. Dude, nothing. Just nothing, bro. Just nothing, dude. Blueprint? Ugh. Spaceport warehouse key. God. None of that helped me. Dog collar. What? Dude, give me a blueprint. Fuck. Dude, just whiffs. Come on, bro. I mean, nothing. What a waste of time. Ooh. Holy shit. Somebody's going the hell off, bro.
Let's go to that location.
Oh, I do have something I could throw on it. Holy crap. This thing's gotta go. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Oh, you're good, bro. If you want to loot it, go ahead, bro. It's cool.
I just have the Sentinel core. I don't really need any of this.
Okay, no worries. Appreciate you, brother. Do. Yeah. Yeah. Does somebody else need help? We should help them.
Yeah, just put the back instead in your safe bucket.
I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
God damn. Alright, bro. Well, you sure you don't want to loot that, man? There's still stuff to loot on it. Yeah, but you can sell stuff.
I have like 500,000.
Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. Reloading. Reloading. Ah. Were you good? Yo, whoever's coming, I'm coming to help you. You got a hornet on you. Come on, run. Get in, run. Oh no. No, crawl. Oh my god. You made it in. We saved him. What is that, like 30 grand? I just made? What is happening? Alright, let's see what we got going on, baby. That is 30,000. God damn. That just put me up. Okay, and then make some mechanical components. Probably upgrade this one more time. Cool. Alrighty.
Good to see you. Tell all your friends now. I once treated someone for overthinking. Truth.
Back into the night raid. Oh. Night. All right. Where that? What? Fuck. Hello. How you doing? Damn. See if we can do bridges. I like it. I like it. Somebody's coming. Yo! You want to split this in here? Yeah, come on down, bro. Let's go. What are you looking for? A what? Oh, dude, me too, me too. Do you have security breach? Alright, well I do. So here's what we'll do. You pick left or right, and I'll give you everything in one of them.
That's a hard choice. That's a hard choice. I guess left is always the right choice.
Okay, left it is.
There's another mummy.
Oh no.
That wasn't very nice of you, homie.
It was not. What a loser. That's so that's so stupid, bro. All right, let's get back to goofing, bro. Let me just put a shield on real quick. Go ahead and loot him too, man. Fuck that guy, bro. Wow. What a loser. All right, let's get back to this. Sadly, no blueprint. Stitcher 2? That's so unlucky. Alright, that's everything. That's about to be here too, bro. Get ready.
Am ready.
Me too.
Have a good game, brother.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Well, I do need to hit this. Really? Holy crap. That thing almost got me, man. Good job. Shoo. Bro, you're good. I'm gonna come up, but holy crap, bro, that was scary. Yo, thanks for the zip. Dude, I was like, dude, no way is a Rocketeer on me. And then I saw you shoot it. I'm like, oh no, bro.
For the first time. He said he's never done it. I got 2 Wolfpacks in that little power rod room. So
Oh, word. Yo, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good.
Hell yeah. I'm just trying to get these damn first wave husks.
I feel you, bro.
The best one is Spaceport, bro. There's like a wave husk thing on like the side of the wall. There's like 5 of them right there, and then you can just extract right next to it.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn, I'm gonna have to try that.
Bro, my dad, dude, I've been playing this game. I'm level 75, and I found out at level 75, bro, that it's a progression of a single game. It's not a collective.
Right.
I did not know that.
Right.
I was like, why the fuck am I not getting XP, bro? I was like, what the fuck is it? I was getting pissed, bro. I was like, this shit's ass.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's just one collective. I was like, fuck that. I'm just getting my 4,000 and dipping.
Fair, fair.
Any ground-based arc around? I don't have much to kill it with, but I can do some damage.
There's a bombardier over here.
Oh, let's go kill it, dudes. Yeah, let's kill it.
Like southwest, yeah.
Woohoo!
I heard him earlier, yeah.
It's easy. Just shoot his legs out, and then he's fucking crippled.
If anybody's got like
Shit, bro. Like people don't understand like the queen and the matriarch. If you shoot its leg off, it can't move.
Right.
Right. If it's one thing I've noticed, that matriarch loves to reposition and find new angles.
True.
Right, dude. So like I always try to shoot off its leg, and people don't understand the yellow part is the sensitive part. As soon as you shoot it, it starts moving.
Fair. Damn, how many people we got? What is this, like 8 deep? That's crazy, bro. I like it. Holy shit, yeah, I know.
I can imagine when they add those in, it's going to be one of those things where you have to kill it from the
This is
inside.
crazy. Alright. Oh, shit. Take the spotters out. One spotter out. Other one's down. Fuck this thing up. Do it for topside. Eat this, demon. Let's go.
I was about to make it kill itself. I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna throw a lure grenade on it.
I like it. Go ahead, man. There's a Bastion cell in this thing I'm looting. Or a Bombardier cell, sorry. There's a cell in that. There's a clanker above. Let's go! Oh man.
Yo, who the fuck
Let-
come over here, boys.
What's up?
Who the fuck thinks they're gonna extract without asking us?
That's a fact, dude. I think we should probably do something about it. I think we should do something about it, dude.
Hey, boys, who the fuck thinks they leaving without us?
Hey!
You better be a part of us. Right here in front of us, you better be a part of us. Who the fuck are you?
Yo! Whoa! Who do you think you are, bro?
Who is this guy? What does he got? What does he got? What does he got?
What's he got, yo?
He got shit. He got a rattler. He got a rattler.
Oh my god, bro.
It's a level 5 though. I mean 4. My bad.
Nice. Yeah!
Boys, are we all ready to leave or what?
Yeah, let's go, bro. That was fire.
Sorry, that dude disconnected when he saw us.
Make sure to clip it.
Are we leaving?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, wait, we can kill a leaper, bro. Let's kill a leaper, bro. Oh, no! I'm out. Oh, shit, I think... Whoa! Yeah, bro. Where's the sleeper at, man? Yeah, where's his, I think he's over here, southwest, bro. Yeah, fuck this thing up, bro. Yeah, what you got, bro? Boom! Let's go! Bro, he's a bitch. Oh shit, my bad. I accidentally shot you. What you got? Oh no! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! I got you, bro. I got you. No, no, no! I got you, I got you. Yeah! Yeah, bro. Hell no. We're making it out. No man left behind. Wait, who is this? Who's this? Luigi. No! Dude, he left him. Oh my god. Dude, what? Bro, your boy left you. That's fucked up, man. Oh! Get his ass! Everything. You did everything. Where the hell is he? He's in the shadows. Yeah. Yeah.
Who needs some heals, bro? I got you. Who needs some heals, bro?
I'm chilling, bro.
There you go, bro. I got you. Dropping them on the ground.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah.
Tommy, what up?
Yeah, bro. You like that hairpin, bro? Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Are we going, dude? I don't know. Get in here. Hurry. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Alright. Alright. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, we're out. Tickle fight. Clip it. Oh my god. Oh man. That was fucking hilarious. Dude, I met up with like 8 people and like just was like causing chaos. Then like we'd see like a new person and we'd be like, who's this guy? We just fuck him up. No, you don't. Is that a toy? Oh. Yeah. Goof. Yeah, probably. The frog set up?
It's set up. You hide in like a mole frog.
Here, let me see it.
You ain't gonna see it.
Well, I mean like the setup.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, everybody. Damn. 1 second, chat. I'll be right back.
Gotta be over there somewhere. Gotta be. It's gotta be over there still.
Hey, yeah, I did find that light bar, and I was like, hey, that would look cool right there, I guess.
Seen that, yeah.
If you want to move, you want to move. Christmas time. What? I figured it would be really distracting if I had it changing in the background, but I did think for Christmas we could do, because I saw the red and green.
Yep.
You do that.
Yup. Pink for Valentine's Day.
Fuck that. I did also do a premium subscription of Eclipse GG.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because it's just far easier to get clips that way.
Cool.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's more so just like I mean, I canceled a lot of my other subscriptions like Hulu and Disney and all that shit, and I was like, I don't know, it's $20 a month. Let me see. I stream every week. Let me see what the actual deal is.
Yeah.
Let's.
Still haven't settled on a name, I guess. I don't know.
A name?
Yeah.
For the homie?
We asked him, we asked him again. It's like, is it an iron roof? Well, we think it's a male. Because it hasn't chirped or anything either.
Right.
Well, they were thinking it was a male, but then they're like, it hasn't chirped at all or anything, so it might be a female. So I don't know. But
Well, it's a female. It's rainy.
True, true. But for male, I brought all of my little Frieza figures, so I could put a Frieza in there, and it could be Burter.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Although Jace is cooler, but yeah, whatever. He's red.
Chase is lame.
He's lame, but he's cool in
True. All right. Gun shop.
Looking for precision?
Oh, real? Already bought that? Oh, 2 hours. Okay. So. I need ammo.
What else we brought?
Found him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, you gotta stay up there.
Like it. Oof. Sheesh. That is a long trek.
Keep your wits about you if you decide to go anywhere near, and always keep a close eye on her children.
Okay. Start making the trek out that way. Oh, I need this. Is this the wall that they were talking about? That's not one. Okay. No way. That saw me? Oh, you're a bitch. No way. That's unfortunate for me. What? Wait, that's outside? Hey, what's up, man? We trying to take this out?
Bro, it's gonna die right here.
Damn. Oh no. Oh my god. And now I'm stuck. Yep. How? How did it see me in the smoke?
Dude, that's crazy.
That's insane. Help.
No, I really don't want to die. Oh, I have such a good kit. This is my matriarch kit.
Oh no, bro. I don't understand, dude. It saw me through the smoke.
It ate 2 of my fucking Wolfpack. I think that's fucking a little bonkers too.
Yeah, that is bonkers. Didn't you shoot a hull cracker at it?
Yeah, I hit it with 3 hole crackers.
Yeah, bro, that's insane, bro. Hey, whoever's out there, bro. Help. Help. Yeah, stabilize. Help. Do something, please. Help.
I have like 5 D-tips on me.
I'm pretty sure I got like 1. This guy's about to bleed out for real.
Sir.
Help. Help. Stabilize him. Help. Stabilize him. Dude, just stabilize him. Just stabilize. Oh, God. Oh, no. Why? Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Now that is just craziness. Oh, jeez. No. No way, dude. Dude, how does that happen? That's crazy. Dude, did you just, huh?
No, I was hearing more shit than just you got your phone
Oh,
like very low. The audio.
gotcha.
I was just like, I'm just making sure because I'm like, I'm not playing anything in my computer. What's happening?
That was insane.
No, I did not see it.
Me and this dude tried to kill a Rocketeer. He hit it with 2 Wolfpacks, shot it 3 times with a Hull Cracker, and I shot it like 5 times with a Pharaoh, and it killed both of us. And no. And then like a person came out and was like, we were like, stabilize us, please, please stabilize us. And then like, he's like, I don't have a defib. We're like, oh my God, no, don't worry about it. And dude just like another guy just came up and started shotgunning everybody and then just died to the Rocketeer. It's crazy. Bonkers.
Back for more? Featherweight and fabulous, just like me. Still here. I'll allow it.
Crazy.
guess I want to go to medical.
I'm down with whatever, brother.
Yeah, wherever you want to go, man. Just lead the way. I only point up here just because we can cut off another too.
Alright, let's do that.
Damn, bro. Anybody ever told you sound like Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, I get that all that.
Holy shit, dude. I could listen to you read a book. Who is this guy? That's not a voice changer, is it, bro?
My brother's viral voice.
Crazy, bro. You're blessed. Destroyed. Reloading. Not today, boys. Not today.
Oh, sure.
Huh?
It's literally what you just said, straight. Not today. Not today.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who are these people? What the fuck? These motherfuckers came in gooped. Everybody good?
You good?
Yes, sir. Let's go kill some more fools. God damn.
There's a mine. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Behind us. What the fuck? Where did they shoot from?
I'm not sure. I think it was up there, through the window. Yeah. Yeah, they're southwest. outside bottom floor. We're tracking west.
No, be careful. Come back, come back, come back, come back. All three of them are just peeking right there. I'm gonna have
They're gonna
sharks.
rush.
Oh, they just got hit.
They're all the way down below.
Watch out for the shredder. Watch out for the shredder. They almost escaped.
True. Oh my god. Let's get out.
Here.
Oh my god. Jesus. Whew. Damn. Made out good with that round. Jeez. Let's see if we can run it back. Oh. There's a team right there, northeast, on ping.
I'm doing a quest. Oh, what's on ping? Oh, people. Shiesty.
Welcome to Stella Montes.
Where the fuck did he go?
No idea.
He must have went this way. It's the only way he could have went.
And my
He went
game
up that
just
zip.
disconnected from the server? Sweet.
That doesn't make sense. Where does this bitch go? He's hiding somewhere, guys. This motherfucker's hiding. There's nowhere he could have gone. Literally nowhere. He must have left the game. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, like, where could he have gone? The door's not breached. I mean,
Oh, he's right here. Ah, shit! He's gonna beat me! He's beating me!
nah, son.
I am gonna go up here though, because I need to go up here for a quest.
I'm going to loot the other body real quick then.
Okay. Oh, I thought you already did. I'm pretty sure they brought nothing in.
My guy, I looted some.
It was a free loadout on my dude. Dude, there's another team over here.
No way.
I swear to God, they're shooting at me. See? What?
They're getting pieced up. They're right here in front. Right here in front.
Oh my!
Knocked him. Oh, right here.
Gotta heal. Grenade.
Yeah, it hit me and I'm almost dead. I need heals. Somebody got heals?
I got a shield recharge.
I can heal you.
I need it.
Grenade. Oh, damn, you fucking wasted my shield.
Run.
He can't get me.
He's pushing you. Fall back, reset. Dude, why?
There's a zip line on my mark. Shit, when did you get down?
Yeah. Nah, bro. Do you need shields, bro?
I don't got any, yeah. I don't think this body had any at least. Yeah.
I think that's them trying to blow up the shredder.
I agree. I'm pretty sure I saw one moving over there. Yep.
Yeah,
There's
he's
a guy
3
in
PN.
that
He's 3
doorway.
PN. They just hit me hard.
He hit me hard too. Watch out, the shredder or whatever it's called.
Try and get up here if you can.
You good? Alright, it's just some
It's just balls.
balls, yeah. I mean, do you want shit?
We should try and get out, dude. They're coming.
Yeah.
That's up here. That's on us.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw. Watch out left, right. Same area. There's another. Like over there, he just went.
Heard.
Damn, I pushed too hard. There's two teams. Is that two teams? Oh damn, I just got fucking shredded.
Shit, my bad, bro.
Nah, I rushed.
Find your way out before we have to shut down the tubes. I repeat, 10 minutes.
I'm pretty sure it's mainly just shredders left.
Holy crap. Fucking heart is pounding. Jesus. Whew. Holy mother of God. Damn. Sheesh.
They focus on helping you.
What'd you say?
I left for a minute to go get my quest set.
Oh, you're good, bro. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Another fucking Stella quest. Holy shit. Okay, well I'm gonna do these other quests that don't matter, and I can do them on the way. Just because I need to kill drones and shit, that's all. What map are we doing? So I know what kind of kit to bring in.
Whatever anybody wants.
Doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Stella Montes, I guess then.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, are we bringing in kits or just?
Yeah, I'm bringing a kit.
I don't know if I could make that good of a kit, but I could bring in one.
If you want to go in free, that's fine.
I'm gonna bring probably a Toro and anvil. Or
Yeah,
maybe
that sounds good.
Stitcher. I'll bring a Stitcher.
Wherever. Wherever people are.
Ludus, I guess, or some shit like that.
Sure.
If you want to fight, we have to go to medical.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Or we can go up the zip line. We can hit security.
I'm down with whatever, man.
Right
Either
here.
way.
Yeah,
Either
right
way.
here.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, that's bad luck, bro.
Shit.
Climb up through here. Climb up through here.
They didn't see me. I'm good. Char got you a 402. Hold on, I'm coming.
Guys, what are you doing?
Char, you're in a terrible position. You need to go back. You need to go on the other side again. The side you're on is the terrible side to be on. You go back over here and go right here.
I think any side.
I'm almost dead. There we go. There we go. Okay, well, you're gonna have to breach. You're gonna have to breach. Somebody's throwing lure grenades. Who's doing that?
That's me. That's me. I had a lure grenade.
Ooh, and I got you a shotgun choke for it.
I forgot I had one, so I just throw it.
Okay. I'm gonna come up here. I'll bring it to you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, got you, bro.
Alright, loot up and let's find you, I guess. If anybody finds a flow controller as well, I need that. I'm looking for people, I'm not seeing nobody. Alright, let's push towards medical. This is breach, so there's no people over here. Yep. Right here.
Watch out. Down there.
Down over there. Wouldn't let me mark it. Yep, right here. Coming through this. Possibly? They're over there, Carl. Watch out. They were right here just a second ago.
Yeah, I know. That's why I ran over into this room.
I think they ran over this way.
I thought they ran the other way, honestly. But maybe.
They could have. Hold on. They might have ran over this way.
I think he's right.
I think he is right. Okay, well, I think we're just going at slippers at this point.
Yeah, true.
I don't know where you went. You could have went back too. You could have went back down here. I say let's push towards the next floor. More people are gonna be over there. Is that door unlocked? Yep, they're fighting on the other side. There's a zip over here that we can hit.
Alright.
Yep, lead the way.
I'm going to regain stam before hitting that.
Yeah, me too. If anybody finds a flow controller, I need it.
Gotcha. 10-4.
Yeah.
Bunch of dead bodies right here. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, they're unlooted. They're not
So
even looted.
many.
They're not even looted. Goop them before they come over here to goop them and then kill us, probably. Unless everybody died or something. I think they all just died or something. The one I gooped was you.
That was a trap.
He was pretty.
We could try and third party the people on the
I think they're
Bastion.
fighting the Bastion, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think they're right up here. I'm gonna be honest.
Guy on me.
Yep, I knew it.
I think it was a singular guy.
Could have been, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good shit.
Not really. I mean, his inventory was full, but he didn't have anything great.
Nothing great. Anybody find a flow controller?
No, sir.
Nope.
Man. I'm gonna look around for just a second, because this is not very looted. Oh, yep, found it first try. There we go.
Let's go.
Alright, now we can leave and go, or not leave, but we can go kill these people over here.
There's a guy over by me. Was that us? Voiping?
No, he's talking.
Oh,
He's talking.
Voiping.
Are we gonna go?
Yeah, we can.
Wait.
Give me a second.
I was waiting on you guys.
I'm just trying to empty my inventory. I'm overweight, that's all.
Okay.
What the f?
They were, yeah. Oh, I moved muted. I was gonna say to both one tap, two of them were one tap.
Focus on protecting me real quick.
Okay.
I think they're all dead.
Yeah, he left.
They are.
That was it.
My guy just had like a free kit, I think.
Yeah, mine too. Free kits all around.
It may have been a fresh spawn.
Could have been,
what
yeah.
I'm thinking.
That's what I was thinking. It might have been. Yeah, it's 17 minutes. The last people spawned.
Right.
That's why. That is why.
Well, where to, boys?
Char is pretty heavy. We could honestly get out when we do this, because it is pretty late anyways, and the last people to spawn.
I wouldn't mind it. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. If there's a... Nope, shitty grenades. He's like camping it right now. Fuck. Charge or cook that you cooked me.
My guy jumped on it and fucking let go. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm trying not to fuck with that.
We fucked them up quite a bit. I'm gonna get to you guys real quick. Let me just get out.
Get to me. I'm getting out. I don't have any more shields.
Where are the zips at, by chance?
I went down a ladder, not a zip.
Yeah, there was zips on the other side, I think. He's dead, he's dead. We killed him.
Nice. I called train. I'll just wait.
Okay.
Any arc metal I could use, so just like pick it up and.
I can't pick it up. You just go through it because I have no space. I'm just grabbing the bastion cells.
you can't just drag it out of your inventory into the little out of them.
No, we're on the opposite side. Yeah. Alright, I'm coming.
Give me a second. I need to grab as much arc steel as I can.
You're good.
Oh no, you got 30 seconds, bro. You got 30 seconds before it leaves.
He's got a minute 30.
You only got 30 seconds, bro. You only got 30 seconds.
You got a minute 25, bro. Chill.
Right here. Shark, over here. Right over here. It's right over here. You can start calling it.
Nice job.
That was a pretty good raid. I got some shit I needed.
Nice.
That was a really good raid for me. I got 19,000 XP that leveled me up one the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm 75, so I'm max. For the skill tree, at least. Okay, let me get some shit. Or sell some shit and I'm ready.
Okay.
Zero, mind bringing me in some shotgun ammo?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to medical research.
Following you.
Thank you.
Down there.
Where?
On ping. They just closed that door.
Oh, he's under. He's under. Oh, he's in the room. He's in the room. Headshot. Headshot.
Shit.
The
Damn.
fuck just happened? Holy shit.
Gun they were using, because they fucked me up with an LMG of some sort.
I'm watching. Threw a grenade right in here. Missed. Hold on, I gotta heal, bro. I need to back up. We need to back up. Oh, what the fuck? There's a fuck. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna. This dude. Kill him. He said one dude, one. Oh, never mind. There's whole team. Fucking loser, dude. Third party.
About to lose all my shit. Here we go.
Yeah, fucking kill them all. They have free loadouts saying they have no heals, nothing. They're just. And they're right in there. Right to your left. There's somebody over there. But yeah, they came down from where you're sitting. Headshot me one time. You're right. Oh,
Fuck.
There's so many, dude. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just insanely dumb.
Dang. Well, you know. That's just how it goes. Had a big runs on Stella.
Let's.
Alright. That's where I'm going to end it today. A little short stream for you guys just to make up for Thursday. And then tomorrow we'll probably go for longer. Yeah. Alright. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace. Goodbye.